Hello, friends, and welcome back. I hope you're ready to get started. We have a huge grocery haul for the 4th of July week and some summer fun. Summertime here equals no school, so we have to clean up the kitchen and then let's get prepping. Welcome to my kitchen. So as mentioned, this is the week of the 4th of July, and we have a huge meal prep for some pretty big meals this week. Right now, it's Sunday morning, and we just finished with breakfast, and now it's time to clean up and clear out the refrigerator before we can begin. Before meal prepping for a large grocery haul like this, I typically like to have a clean kitchen and workspace that I can work in. I start out by going through the refrigerator for foods that need to be discarded, which typically, since we started doing more of a whole foods diet, hasn't been many. I also like to take out the trash, then I do the dishes, then I put the dishes away that aren't in the dishwasher, and then I end by wiping down all the counters. I also like to make sure that I have all the tools that I need, like my cutting board, my knives, food storage containers, bags for overflow, and gloves if I need them. And I always like to have a large bowl handy for all of my compost waste. I'm starting out here by removing all of the food in my refrigerator, and I'm going to give my refrigerator a deep clean. Now, I did go shopping for my grocery haul the day before on Saturday, and so I just put everything in the refrigerator so that we could prep it today. But as I was putting everything away, I realized that it really needs a good clean. And rather than put all my food back in, I figured I could just take everything out, go through it, declutter all the things that are expired or old before I put everything new back in. And here's all the things I had in my refrigerator. It's everything that I already had in my refrigerator, plus all the things that I need to prep and put away. If you are coming back to my channel, thank you so much for rewatching my videos and coming back to see me. If you're new here, welcome, and thank you for clicking on my video. Just a little clip about myself. My name is Megan, and I am on a journey to change my relationship with food and also lose weight in the process. So if that's something that you're interested in, please give a like and subscribe and continue watching. Thank you. When I do meal prep for the week, I will go through my refrigerator and discard all of my older food or things that need to be thrown away, which typically isn't much now that we've been doing intentional meal prepping or food prepping and planning. There goes my camera. But every now and then I do like to pull everything out and give it a really thorough deep clean. And in this instance, if you can see here, and you'll see in a minute, something spilt in my refrigerator. And so when I was putting the food away the day before, after we had gone grocery shopping, I knew I had to do it. It wasn't in the plan for the day because I know it does take time, but it looked pretty gross. And it kind of smelled, so I'm not sure what it was, but I had to bring out the big guns, as you can see, the Dawn Power Wash and my Scrub Daddy to really clean around that area. And sometimes you just have to do it. And this is part of, I think, meal planning and meal prepping and food prepping. You got to keep your spaces clean. And this is just all part of it. And now my fridge is all clean, and it is time to put away all the foods that I do not need to prep. And I am not, look, I want to organize, right? We all want to be and have that Pinterest worthy organized refrigerator. But yeah, I don't. I do like to have things in their place. I'm the one that puts things away and gets things out most of the time, and I know where everything is. So maybe someday I will be that person who has a neatly and stacked, organized refrigerator. Today is not that day. And I only had one thing that was expired in my refrigerator. I was so proud of myself. And technically, I wouldn't say that was mine because it was brought over with my mother-in-law and I did not buy it. So technically, I had nothing that was expired. No, I can't say that. I had one thing that was expired, but out of all the things that was in my refrigerator, I am really proud of myself that that is the only thing that I had to discard. All right, and now the fun begins with the food prep. Yay! So I've done this for quite a while actually. Is I'll put my apples and little oranges in that little bowl, and I do that because it's easy access for my kids, and they can eat it or peel it themselves. But I actually learned recently that apples store better in the refrigerator. I did not know that. Some of you might not know that. Some of you may know that. So if you didn't know that, it's true. As soon as I read that, I ran to my kitchen and moved them from the bowl to the refrigerator, and they're still going pretty strong. So now I'm going to start moving some foods into my containers, and let me tell you a little story about myself. Me a year ago would not do this. Move broccoli from a bag, a resealable bag, no less, to a container because I would think, well, why? It's a resealable bag, and now I just have to clean that container. But it works so well. I really enjoy using them because I like the fact that I can just grab it when I need to make broccoli for maybe just my kids, if my husband and I are just having a shake, and I can just grab a handful of broccoli, throw it in the boiling water, and that's it. And I don't have to struggle with lining up the resealable zipper line thingy. That's always a pain for me. And it's so much easier. But really also they hold fresh so much longer. So if you have the mindset like I did a year ago, be open-minded. Don't just think, oh, I have to waste another dish, because you will save in time. Trust me. So I didn't go over on film what the meal plans are for the week. I will read them out to you in just a minute. But this morning I didn't get it because I was hustling. We had a birthday party that we had to get ready for this evening, and we had to drive about 2 hours to get there. And it's so much food. I mean, food prepping, it does take time, especially when you want to do it to cater to the meals that you're going to be making, which I try to do the best that I can, but I will read those out to you so that you know what meals I'm prepping the foods for. Okay, we're doing the strawberries right now, and we're just going to take a pause because, ugh, that's so gross, right? You got to clean your vegetables and fruits, of course. But yeah, I think that was the most dirt I have seen yet in my strawberries. And wait till you see the grapes. I was floored by the grapes because I really wasn't expecting that much dirt. And there was a lot of dirt for what I was expecting. I do a lot of film on my phone, and so I'm not sure what happened here, but I had a whole thing of romaine lettuce that I had prepped and washed and peeled in the sink. And so what I do with my lettuce is I chop off the bottom, and then I peel them apart and I rinse each leaf off, and then I let them dry completely in a towel. Now, if I'm going to use them for salads, then I'll go ahead and just dry them a little bit and then chop them up and put them in an airtight container. And I will use a paper towel on top of them to soak up any moisture that there might be. But if I'm prepping for lettuce that is not for salads, so say for this week, I am doing lettuce wraps. So I wanted the bowl of it. Ideally, I was going to use butter lettuce, but Sprouts was out. So I resorted to this and they worked all right. But anyways, so what I do is I take the lettuce and once it's dry, I stack it in a cotton towel, a long cotton towel, and then I roll it up in the towel. So I'll kind of lay them single layer the lettuce and then roll it up that way. And it works pretty good. Butter lettuce holds a lot better than romaine does. It's not the best way, but it's what I've learned so far, and I think I'm going to try out a couple other ideas. Okay, I want to tell you a little bit of a funny story of improvisation. I don't know if that's a word, but we're going to go with it. It was July 4th, and my kids kept coming to me for snacks, and I was trying to get everything ready for dinner. And I think it was a couple videos ago or last video, I can't remember, but I had mentioned that I've seen a lot of parents start using these little platter trays as snacks so that your kids can easily go into the refrigerator and grab a snack whenever they want it. I think it's a genius idea, but I'm having trouble coming to terms with buying something just for them to snack on. So on the 4th, they kept coming to me and asking me for snacks, and I thought, okay, I'm just going to give you a platter, something for your snacks. And so I was looking through, seeing what I already had, and I thought, you know what? I'm going to use my muffin pan. And I have a large 6-cup muffin pan. I hardly ever use it because they're just too big. They're like Costco-sized muffins. So what I did is I took each little cup and I put a different fruit in it and 2 vegetables. So there was green grapes, purple grapes, strawberries and watermelon, and then 2 cups of carrots. And then I gave my daughter a little cup for a side of ranch. And they were totally happy with it. They didn't care that it was in a muffin tin. They didn't care that it wasn't in some fancy platter. So, it's okay to just use what you have laying around. You don't have to go and buy all these fancy things just to make things work. Because kids don't really care, I don't think. I sure don't care. If it works, it works. So just use what you got. Okay, we're getting ready to rinse the grapes, and take a look at this bowl. Wow, that's so much more dirt than I ever thought were on grapes. I don't know why it amazes me. They're grown in vineyards, which is pretty much surrounded by dirt. And I live in the Southern California area in the San Joaquin Valley, so we're surrounded by dirt. Like, it's literally in our air all the time. I don't know why it surprised me so much, but it did. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and go over our weekly meal plan. I didn't get a chance to record it, so I'll just read through what we had planned and what we ate this week. So this is my second week of intermittent fasting, and it's going pretty good. My eating window is from 12 in the afternoon to 8 in the evening, and then I'll fast for the rest of the night and then morning. So I break my fast for lunch, and we've been trying to break our fast with a Jocko protein shake, and Jocko's the brand. My husband's really into listening to his podcast and reading all his books. And actually, their shakes are so good. They're really good. I'm really into the chocolate peanut butter one and the cookies and cream. And I'm really looking forward to trying their strawberry and vanilla ones. I don't like vanilla shakes, but I do want to try the vanilla for protein waffles, especially for my kids. Anyways, but that was pretty much what we ate for lunch or leftovers. There wasn't a huge staple for lunch on this week's meal plan because, again, we were trying to use up a lot of the protein shake. But for dinners on Monday, I made a pork bowl lettuce wrap, and I was inspired by this. Well, I found the recipe on Pinterest, and I can link it below, but I was inspired by the lettuce wraps from P.F. Chang's. I really like those. And so I thought that these would be good, and they were a nice healthy alternative, and they turned out really good. For Tuesday, I made a chicken shawarma and rice. I made that in the slow cooker, and the rice that I made was more of a quinoa, not really a rice. And I used quinoa because, yes, it has carbs, but it has a lot of fiber in it, and it also doesn't spike your blood sugar as much as regular rice does. And then on the next day, I made chicken fajita bowls, also in the crock pot. And on Thursday, that was July 4th, we made barbecue kebabs in the slow cooker. No, not barbecue kebabs. I made barbecue ribs in the slow cooker, and then we barbecued kebabs on the barbecue. I also made some mashed potatoes. My mother in law made macaroni salad, and we had some baked beans and cornbread, and it was just really delicious. It was not on any part of any diet, although the ribs would have qualified as Whole30 or at least paleo because I did add some honey to them. I thought they were good. Um, and then Saturday we have on the menu Philly cheesesteak bowls, but unfortunately I didn't get to cooking those. We did not do so great on my goal to not eat out. I did eat out the Friday after, but then also I had on the menu honey garlic chicken with broccoli, and that turned out really good. So that was what's on the menu, and then we had plenty of fruits and vegetables to snack on, and I allowed my kids to have two, I want to say, unhealthy snacks. They were the gummy bears that they like to eat and the Z bars. But everything went really well. It was a good week, I think.
What's your story? What's your sign? It's like we're twin flames in a different life. Deep connection lights a spark. It's like you know me.
So this bag that I'm prepping right now, I knew that I was going to be making chicken fajitas in the slow cooker, and I wanted to pre-season my vegetables, if you will. And so what I did is I cut up the onions and the bell peppers to my liking of how they're going to cook in the slow cooker. And then I added some avocado oil to it and some taco seasoning. And I let them sit there. They actually sat in the bag for about 2 days. But when I cooked them, they just released these wonderful juices. And then, of course, the olive oil. It turned out really good.
What's your weakness? What's your type? Somehow I wanna know all about you. Deep connection lights a spark. You already know me when we dance in the dark. We're dreamers. We're living. We're dreamers. We're doing this in our way. We come alive in the nighttime. Something about how people sure know how to drink. I came to the party, I laughed at the jokes she made. I wish that I hadn't, 'cause now the joke's on me. I didn't come here just so I could watch you make a mess. I didn't come here to ugly cry in my favorite dress.
Okay, so it's time to close up. I'm gonna start by rinsing off my cutting board, because when you use a wood cutting board, you don't want to let things sit on there for too long. So I'll give that a quick rinse, clean up my workstation, rinse out all my bowls, and throw away all of the food waste that I had and throw it into the food compost bin that we have out back. And I just want to share my gratitude with you if you've made it this far. Thank you so much for watching my videos and supporting my journey and my channel. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. Also, if you stick around for a few more minutes, you can see what it's really like to food prep with 2 young kids running around. Never can I get it done in a straight go. You're always being interrupted. That's just mom life, parent life, and I wouldn't change it for the world, but I just thought that they were funny. So thank you so much. Have a wonderful week, and I will see you in the next one.
Make sure to like and subscribe to more videos. Thank you for watching. Have a lovely day.